Before we begin, I want to tell you guys something that I always say to the anti-vaxxer groups on Facebook and some anti-vaxxers that I know in real life. Everyone always tells me, "Muda, don't get the vaccines, they'll give you the autism." And I always tell them, "Listen, I'd rather be a little autistic than very fucking dead." And usually their response to that is, "Ree!" All right, like a really fucking audibly loud one, one that makes you dig the earwax out and say, "Holy shit, humanity is fucking devolved even further." Now, you might wonder, Muda, why are you making this video today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know your fucking holidays very well, but you might have heard of Christmas, Eid, a little bit of Passover. What about fucking Expose Bill Gates Day? Now, ladies and gentlemen, all right, today's day is Expose Bill Gates Day of Action, which is June 13. Now, if it's something that anybody should know about Bill Gates, is he's the target of plenty of conspiracy theories. Now, Bill Gates, for a lot of people, is a person that's donated about like 50 billion and more to charities and to basically spread vaccines throughout the world. A lot of anti-vaccine groups and conspiracy theorist groups like to believe that this is a simple way for Bill Gates to control the population and kill off a lot of people. Now, in the last, this video is brought to you by, again, a lot of people that I know personally who've been sharing this stuff with me. I've gotten into some heated arguments over Facebook. I'm pretty sure I've been unfriended a fair bit because I choose to have like fucking normal think with the crowd itself, or I don't fall for this kind of shit. And it's because of that this video is actually being formed. Now, this video you're looking at right now, which is proof Bill Gates is in league with the global satanic cabal, is basically an InfoWars video, and just a quick skim and watch through it basically links Bill Gates to a lot of these IBM corporations, which were once linked to Holocaust organizers and shit like that, putting Bill Gates up there with satanic cabals. Which, if anybody knew the history of the time, there were plenty of organizations that worked or supported Hitler. I'm pretty sure if you own like a Ford, like an F-150 or something, like a nice fucking Ford truck, at one point I'm pretty sure Henry Ford and like Hitler probably jacked each other off. I'm pretty sure at one point, if I know my history enough, feel free to correct me. So I mean, there's a lot of links, a lot of bullshit causality to be pointed out. But I saw this video sent to me, and a family friend tried to explain to me, "Listen to that satanic Bill Gates trying to vaccinate us and kill us." And, if it's one thing you can't do with an anti-vaxxer is start giving them fucking facts. Because the moment you start presenting them with facts about, like, herd immunity, the fact that you need vaccines in order to fucking stay alive or get rid of massive illnesses, that if you don't vaccinate yourself, if you don't do it, it starts to fuck up the rest of the system and basically brings back a lot of actual terrible illnesses, which could fuck the world up. Now, because of all this COVID-19 that's been floating around and all this protesting and people coming out of the woodworks to finally say fuck the quarantine, because it's still in effect in many parts of the world, especially bigger cities, you got people who are coming out to basically protest and expose Bill Gates and this entire conspiracy. In fact, expose the entire medical conspiracy, which, don't get me wrong, there's some shady shit for sure. But when you get down to like proven vaccinations and you start feeding into the whole like vaccines will cause that autism and kill you and all that bullshit, you begin to fucking lose me. Let me just put it out there, okay? I believe anti-vaxxers are without a doubt the most dangerous form of human beings to exist on the fucking planet. Because when these people are left unchecked with their fucking online essential oil bullshit, peddling it over Facebook, you tend to run into an issue where like the actual logic they purport, or quote unquote logic, because when they start influencing like 10, 20 dumbasses on Facebook, that starts a fucking chain, a snowball effect of that misinformation being spread so fucking far and wide that you got actual people putting their children at risk because they choose not to vaccinate them or they don't get vaccinated themselves. It's a load of bullshit. Let me just put into one effect over here. So this is like a tweet that someone made by the name of Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, who said, "Practicing medicine without a license. Why is anyone listening?" He's not practicing medicine. He's just working with organizations and hiring people who practice medicine to work there. Okay, so she's a prominent anti-vaxxer. She's a doctor who speaks out against vaccines. Now, if I got my father sitting over here who's an actual doctor as well, he would probably laugh as hard as he can at this bullshit and then feel really depressed knowing that there's doctors who are fucking like this. Now, if we go down, Sherry is running a fucking sale 2 hours ago. Tom is running out for this introductory special offer of just $5 when you use my link, right? So what the fuck could she be selling for $5? Well, let's figure this shit out. Touchstone Essentials PBX Special. Okay, let's watch this. Research shows that your body is exposed to over 80,000 known toxins every day. Oh, it's one of those fucking cures. The best part about these cures is... Just wait a second, okay? Let's just do the fucking fact check homework real quick, boys. If you go all the way to the bottom, these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. Our products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, and prevent any disease. If you're pregnant, nursing, taking medication, how about also if you're a living fucking human being or have a medical condition, consult your physician before using our products. Yes, that is apparently the doctor who's criticizing Bill Gates right now, selling a product that she legally cannot say is used to heal human beings, because you got federal agencies who would shut her down faster than you could fucking say, faster than I could render this video out if she started making those fucking claims. Again, you gotta fact check the people who are running these conspiracy BS nonsense videos anyways. Here's a good one right now. Okay, this is like his wife, Melinda Gates, who's like, I bet he's thinking about why, I don't know. But you got Billy over here who's in the most uncomfortable fucking situation in bed, who's like, how many people could my next vaccine kill, dude? Jesus Christ. Now, if there's one conspiracy that kind of gets me a little off about this, that came out wrong, is actually It 2020, which is something that a lot of people are referencing, which is about microchipping of human beings and keeping like basically undocumented individuals like basically in a global registry, which always weirds me the fuck out about how people are freaking out about this when, like, instead of a microchip, what's that thing you used on the toilet when you're like, you know, pumping out a little turd right now? Your cell phone? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's enough of a fucking microchip right there. You already give enough information to social media that a microchip in your asshole really wouldn't affect your privacy in any fashion. You're carrying microphones and GPS devices everywhere you go. All right, trust me. Your private, you basically said go fuck yourself to your privacy long ago before people started microchipping you. That being said, though, I would not like a microchip in my butthole or my forehead or any part in my body. I think the cell phone is fine itself. Now, the other big conspiracy is something called Event 201, where Johns Hopkins University, I believe, the Bill Gates and Melinda Foundation had sat down and actually ran this giant simulation where I guess they apparently predicted COVID-19, which a lot of sites, this one in particular, actually did like a quick fact check on it, where they actually even gave the fucking sources for this shit. Although Event 201 was a real event affiliated with high-profile medical professionals, business leaders, and government actors, the claim that the event predicted the current pandemic or is tied to in directly the same way is unfounded. We rate this claim false because it is not supported by our research. There is no reason to believe that the current pandemic will resemble the Event 201 simulation, despite coincidences in the modeling and timing of the simulation, which I believe at least the initial the initial showcase of the actual pandemic in the simulation kind of somewhat resembled ours, but I feel like the resemblance is almost indicative of many pandemics that could spread in this way. But the reality of it is like the actual model predicts like 50 or like 35 to like 60 million deaths or something, maybe even way more. And I don't believe we're going to get to that stage. So just putting it out there as it is. Now, before I end this video, I want to say that Muda loves a good conspiracy theory or two. I do really enjoy them, but when I see a lot of people throw out conspiracy theories regarding anti-vax, it definitely hits me on a personal level because I definitely do not understand these people. I don't get the mentality. It comes off as incredibly unintelligent to me, and beyond that, it needs to be fucking called out. Now, if you want to drop Bill Gates down under the bus, trust me, there's plenty of reasons to drop Bill Gates under the bus. If you ever look at how he managed Microsoft initially, how he's basically snuffed out his competition as he started off, maybe you might want to look deeper into that. You might even want to watch Bill Gates' deposition and just see how he acted and all of that way back in the day. It's an interesting case study to look at Bill Gates' rise from developing an operating system to basically turning Microsoft into essentially what is a fucking monopoly when it first started. But Microsoft is a lot different now. That's a whole separate video. If you ever want to understand the shady history of Microsoft, I would love to sit down and cover it. But when it comes down to somebody like Bill Gates, there's a lot of other things to go after him. I think the notion of vaccines and stuff that most medical professionals that they sit down would definitely side with. It's not some global conspiracy. This is simply human lives at stake. And when you have these unintelligible thought patterns running around with anti-vaxxers, you tend to put a lot of lives in danger if you spread these beliefs around. And it needs to be called out because you have people with no fucking credentials trying to act like doctors when you got actual doctors who have went to school for God knows how long, practiced their field for God knows how long, telling you that no, you're fucking wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, one's going to have to believe the person who is a true professional at their craft versus the person who wears tinfoil hats and refuses to vaccinate themselves and put everyone else in danger. So yeah, I just wanted to make a quick little video on it. Fuck this whole anti-vaxxing nonsense. And yeah, expose Bill Gates for what it is, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. The world's fucked up. This is me, Muda, and I am